Hi, Nursing 681A, Dr. Kim Paxton. We're heading into module number 6, week number 6, and this week we're going to be focusing in on nutrition and how nutrition can be utilized as an intervention. This week is going to be an experiential week, and actually, over the next 3 weeks, you will be engaging in an experiential experience associated with diet modifications and actually learning of the complexities that patients undergo so you're better able to counsel them in your practices. Your objectives for week number 6 will be for you to gain an understanding and begin to do application of that from the nurse practitioner perspective on how nutrition actually can be used as an intervention for the promotion of health and the reversal of disease processes. You're also going to be identifying the role of nutrition as it's integrated into the aspect of health. Remember that health to each individual is specific, and each person may not have the same definition of health. You're also going to be gaining a deeper understanding of dietary supplements and how they should be used and what your patient may or may not be able to take in relationship to these supplements. There are numerous different types of diets out there, but is it really a diet that we're after, or is it actually nutritional balance that we're trying to achieve in our patients? You will be engaging in the next 3 weeks in a program called Spark People. And Spark People is an online program where people are able to track their food intake, track exercise, water. Um, they're able to connect with other individuals who are making lifestyle modifications to improve their health. There are challenges there, a lot of motivational factors, and you're asked this week to get an account, which I will be talking about in just a few minutes, and then begin tracking food for the next 6 days. So, welcome to week number 6. Let's move on. Your readings this week are in Edelman, chapter 11, Pender is chapter 7, and Rotman and LaFontaine, chapter 4. Now, the um, chapter in Rotman and Fontaine, the nutritional and prevention of chronic metabolic disease, this is a really good chapter. And if you start with that one and then move into Endelman and Pender, I think you're going to get a stronger base of understanding of how nutrition actually plays into our health. The National Institute of Health, I've got 3 different areas for you to take a look at, and these relate to the supplements. Please look at the one about dietary supplements for weight loss, which is what a lot of our clients are utilizing right now. And some of them are good and some of them are not so good. We also have numerous people here in Colorado who are actually using supplements to enhance their exercise and to promote strong metabolic function and reduction of lactic acid injury after exercise performance. I want you to have an understanding of these because you're going to be asked by your patients about them. You have 2 different videos to watch this week. Both of them are really interesting. To gain a different perspective of what the word diet actually means. Moving on, there is this page that you will come to which talks about nutrition as an intervention. In order to access all the information on this particular aspect of the module, you actually need to click on the picture that says Healthy Eating Plate. Once you click on that picture, you'll be taken to the website of the School of Public Health for Harvard University. And here you'll find a lot of different information in relationship to diets and the aspects of dieting and nutrition. Now, it starts off with the healthy plate eating and explaining to you how this has changed, and it has evolved over the last several years. But it also has aspects of understanding related to actual proteins, grains, and where all of this fits together with vegetables and fruits. So you may have a really good understanding of this right now. I'm asking you just to check that understanding and to make sure that it's current. Your assignments this week are a little bit different than what you've had over the last couple weeks. This week we're not going to be engaging in a all group discussion. This week is going to be focused in on you and you're going to be starting a journal. This first assignment, what I'm asking you to do is to develop your Spark People account. So on this instruction page, you have your purpose of why you're engaging in Spark People. It's to give you that experiential understanding so you're able to actually speak to your patients about these different types of technological tools that are available to them. And some of you may already be using this type of tool. If you are and you're doing daily tracking, I need you to contact me. Let me know what the tool is and what you're using it for so I can assess if it's going to be appropriate to meet the requisites of the assignments that are based off of engagement in the online website. So, what you're going to be doing this week, I'm going to ask you to make your account with Spark People, and then you're going to develop a nutritional goal for yourself. Nobody sees this but you when you are going to be providing me with the information that I'm requesting. Um, I don't get to see that information, I just see what you log, which I'll explain in a second. So, the next 3 weeks, your coursework is going to be related to what you're doing and how you're tracking your food and some of the elements that are associated with food tracking. You're going to be engaging in this tracking, and it is going to be incorporated into a major paper that you'll be working on that is due week number 10, which is in 4 weeks, and it's called The Theory and Technology Integration for Health Promotion. And that paper is a big paper, so you might want to take a look at the instructions ahead of time so you can see what elements you're really supposed to be gaining deeper perspectives of with respect to how you're going to integrate it into that paper. So what you're going to be doing for Spark People is you're going to set up your program, set up some dietary goals. It is your choice to set up a weight goal if you want that, or if you want a fitness goal. That's not something I'm going to require you to do. But if you choose to do it, it may help you understand even deeper the complexity that occurs with people when we ask them to lose weight, or they have to lose weight to improve their health. Next, I'm asking you to choose a challenge, and I'm going to go over those in just a second. And then I want you to interact in that challenge. And when I talk about interaction, when I explain what they are, you'll see what I mean. And then you need to engage in this program, the Spark People program, for a minimum of 3 weeks. If you decide you want to extend your involvement in Spark People and continue monitoring your intake or continue monitoring your exercise, that is completely up to you. If you are going to engage in this with the mindset of, I'm going to see if I can really make a lifestyle change, please be aware that in order for a lifestyle change to actually occur, it takes 6 weeks. So at the 3 week mark, you're still evolving into the change process and evolving into the requisites that coincide with monitoring, and they haven't become part of your habits of daily living. They're still evolving. So if you are going to make a lifestyle change and use this as part of your personal lifestyle change, you need to engage in this for 6 weeks. I'm only asking for the course for you to do that for 3 weeks. You have a set of tools that are embedded on this particular module page. There is a getting started page where you set up your Spark People account. Then there's an aspect that talks about what's on the startup page and then how to do nutritional tracking. It is mandatory in this class for you to engage in this Spark People assignment for the next 3 weeks. When you get to your Spark People page, this is what you will see. So in the right hand corner you have your login, and in the upper left hand corner there's like a little tab that you click it down and things will begin to appear. So once you actually register and get into your Spark People account, and I have a Spark People account and I will be doing this activity along with you, and I will share with you different elements this week and the next couple of weeks as we work through this. This is actually what you'll see. But in order to actually get to the aspect that I'm asking you to do, which is the nutrition tracking, you have to go under My Trackers. But on this, basically your start page or your home page, you will see your calories that you've eaten for the for the day or the week, or you'll see how much exercise you've engaged in for calories burned. In the left lower right hand corner, if you're going for work, um, to work to lose weight, you'll see how many pounds you've lost here. If you are going to do that, but you don't want me to see this, you can go ahead and when you can embed this on a Word document, and then you can take like a insert a image or a design and put a box over that and put a color in the box, and then that will take that off the screen so I can't see it. So when you enter into it and you want to get to your new tracker, you go under My Trackers. So under My Trackers, you have your nutrition, your fitness, your weight. There's other goals that you can set up. You've got reports, and then you've got Spark People streaks. At the very, very bottom, there's one called My Spark People Points. And as you do things that you need to do that are identified as positive motivational requisites, you get points for doing them. And you start accruing Spark People points. And as you accrue Spark People points, you can actually use those points to obtain different other elements that support health promotion utilizing this site. Now, some of these points actually related to different types of products that you can purchase, but you don't really purchase them, you use your Spark People points. So it's kind of a cool, neat thing that they have in Spark People. So that's how you get to your different tracking areas. There is a mobile app, and it's available both in Apple and in the Google App Store. It is free, um, and you can definitely use that. It also has one of the I think it's a CSV reader where you just scan the barcode. That is part of the tracking system that you can get mobilely. It's a little bit difficult to see it and find it. It's not like very obvious. It kind of looks like three little bars at the top of the screen. So you might want to play with this a little bit to figure out where it actually is. But this actually helps to make the tracking much easier. For those of you that are my Techo-savvy students, you may find this much easier to use than a large computer. So it's definitely out there for you to use, and I would encourage you to use it. It makes it much easier to track the food. When you actually get into your nutritional tracker, this is what just a blank page looks like. So your blank page will look like this, and you have to start inputting the different types of food products. Now, if you're going to use the scanning system on your mobile device, it will automatically put your calories and carbs and fats and things like that. You do have to click on what area you're eating at. So is it your breakfast, your lunch, or your dinner? And you just click on the Add Food area. You can also make different food groups that you eat every single day a favorite, so they always show up and you don't have to go scanning or tracking them all the time. It does take a little bit of time to get started in these things, so you do have to put effort in. So the effort comes in on the front end as you set up your website to help promote your health through nutrition. Now, for the challenges, at the top of your screen, there's a toolbar. And in that toolbar, you will see the word challenges. So when you click on that toolbar and you open up the challenges, there are 6 different challenges here that you can choose from. And they're actually very easy, but they set the cornerstone for achievement. So there are 6 here, and there's 6 different types that you can choose from. You can choose one of these types of challenges, or you can choose what's called a calendar challenge. Now, the calendar challenge you will find on your home page or your start page, and you have to scroll down. It'll be on your right hand side and it'll say calendar challenges. These are a little bit more in depth. Now, if you choose one of these challenges, it's going to take you actually through 3 weeks of different types of challenges. What you're hearing in the background is my Great Dane turning upside down and playing on the floor, and I apologize for that, but he's having a doggy happy moment. So with these challenges, each day you will engage in some aspect that is related to the topic. So For instance, the 21-day new member challenge. The 21-day new member challenge is actually a motivational challenge that helps people begin to understand what goes into making a lifestyle change and modification, and it gives supportive elements, but yet the participant must do things for the challenge. And when you complete your daily challenges, you're going to start to acquire different spark points. Okay, so there are a lot of different challenges in here. If you choose to do one of these, it's completely up to you. I personally am doing the 21-day home workout challenge. Just to let you know, that's the one I'm doing. As you guys are doing yours, I'll be doing that one. And just to show you just an element, when you click on it, I have to say, yep, this is the one I'm going to do. So this is the first challenge that is occurring in that one. It's day one cardio, 25-minute cardio booty. And it actually, when you get into it and you finish reading everything, there's actually a follow along cardio video that I will be watching, and I will go along with that and do it. And once I complete it, I will click the little button here that says I did this workout. So choose your challenge, have a lot of fun, and hopefully you'll gain some new insights into motivational um, components to help your patients, but also to help yourselves. So you're going to be engaging in a challenge that is inside of Spark People, and whatever you choose to do will be the one that you do in Spark People. But this week in class, we are all going to be doing a class challenge, a class nutrition challenge. So here's the challenge that you're going to be facing this week. You're going to engage in a lifestyle modification, and you get to choose which one you're going to do, and it's a diet adaptation. So we tell our patients, you need to stop drinking soda. You need to not be eating any products with wheat because they're causing significant intestinal inflammation. Don't eat so much cheese. Stop eating ice cream. These things. But for some people, it's more than just stopping something. It's connected to a place inside the brain that's an addictive center. So I'm not saying anybody has an addiction out there, but I'm just saying that's what some patients do have issues with. So for 1 week, I'm asking you to remove one of the products on the list. So soda, anything with added sugars, remove either glutens, wheat, or bread, or stop taking dairy products. And this is going to be for 1 week. So you're going to choose that, and you can track this in your Spark People account, and it will show up there whichever one you're going to use, because it's not going to be part of your diet profile. And then you're going to replace it. And what you're going to replace it with, you'll replace whatever you decide not to do with either water, vegetables, or a protein. So you decide what you want to replace it with. Now, if anybody has any dietary restrictions or anybody has any kidney issues, you need to make sure you factor those in as you take into account which one you're going to replace. Then over the course of the week, you're going to use Spark People, and you'll track your food accordingly. But what you're going to be looking for and that you'll be answering is the 5 questions that are listed here. And they will show up in like it's like a mini quiz, which I'll go over in just a second. I'm asking you to please take this seriously, as knowing how your body feels when you improve your nutrition will give you a better understanding of how your patients feel when you recommend the exact same thing to them. And that's important, because the patient may think that you don't understand when you say it, but because you've lived it and you've experienced it, it gives a whole new context for how you say things and the tone that comes across from. You're going to be doing individual journaling this week instead of the CLT discussion. And the focus of this week's journaling is going to be your experience starting into a lifestyle modification and actually using a website program and be mandated to do so. So I'm asking you to explore the site and how this program actually works to help motivate people. What motivating aspect did you find personally most engaging? And please tell me why. What barriers did you hit? What are your thoughts on how this program can actually be used as a supportive behavioral change model for both exercise engagement and for nutrition? And what Spark People challenge did you choose, and what have you learned from doing that challenge for the last 6 days? I want you to embed a screenshot of your nutrition tracking for the last 6 days. This is going to be worth 10 points, and you're going to track your food Monday through Saturday. You don't have to track on Sundays. And you'll be doing this for the next 3 weeks. Your grading for your journaling will be 2 points for being clear, concise, and honest. 1 point if it's brief and you don't demonstrate how things are going, and 0 points if you don't answer it. Your whole journal is going to be worth 20 points. There is a mini quiz, if you will, and that mini quiz is all essay. These are the questions that you'll see embedded in it. Some of them are similar to what you're doing in your journaling, but not quite as the same questions. So you do have to do the engagement in order to understand what you are experiencing and how you're experiencing it. Again, this is an experiential student assignment. So instead of having you go and do it, at a dietitian's office, we're actually doing it kind of this way. And finally, I leave you with your quote for the week. Metabolism is the sum of all the chemical reactions in the body, plus the sum total of all of our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and experiences. Think about it. You have learned a lot in the last 5 weeks, and you understand there's a lot of things that play into it. Have a great week. I'll see you online virtually.